Namaste, DDs. My name is Sherry Sutton, and I am your marketing mentor. Welcome to our Thursday free training on how to grow your business through the power of marketing without being like completely overwhelmed, just spending a ton of money and all of that. So, today we're going to talk about how to easily create content that drives sales. The biggest thing I hear from entrepreneurs, especially, and I work with the ones who like have taken all the classes and it's still just sort of they haven't kind of figured out, okay, yeah, I took a class, I know what I'm supposed to do, but like help me understand how to apply that exactly to my business, right? So I work with people who are sort of there, but also like don't want to spend $5,000-$10,000 a month to get an agency to run all of their marketing for them, right? And so what I hear from those folks is I know I need to be creating more content. I know I need to be posting more on social. I know I should be doing some more email marketing, but I just don't know what to do, right? I sit down on my computer and I don't know what to say. I just don't know what to say. And I get it. So what I'm going to talk to you about today is how to know what to say, right? Giving you just very high level tips on knowing exactly what to say. First, I want to give a little shout out. I love this shirt. So I forgot to do the math, but probably about half of my adult life in Texas, either in Austin or here in Dallas. And so I love this shirt. It's from Lone Star Roots, which is an incredible store here in Frisco at the Mercantile. So if you want some cool Texas gear, they are your place to go. Send me a note if you want me to send you the link to their stuff. Okay. First off, all right, let's dive right in. The first thing you need to do when you want to create content is you have to know your customers, right? And what I mean by that is you not only have to know who they are, but what they're challenged with, right? And if you know this, we're going to talk about this more in a second, but if you know your customers really, really well, you're not only going to boost your sales, right? You're never going to run out of content, I promise you. And you're going to be able to write really irresistible content that people are going to go, oh my God, like they get me. This person, this business, they really get me. They get where I'm at, right? But that starts at really deeply understanding your customers. And here's the truth bomb is that, the last word isn't on this slide. This didn't transfer well into my online streaming service, but the truth bomb is it's not about you. It's about your clients. And I think so many of us, especially when we're early in our business, like we're so desperate to get sales, right? Like we love our products, right? It's not selfish at all, but we just don't know how to make it about other people as opposed to maybe about ourselves and like our desire to sell, right? Because great marketing takes people on a journey from where they are now to where they want to be. So I'm going to say that one more time. Great marketing takes people on a journey from where they are now to where they want to be. So you need to figure out where are they now and where do they want to be. And once you really understand that, like what's the psychology, what's going on inside of them, what are they struggling with, right? Like you can't, you can. You don't want to come out and say, hey, buy my thing. Right. And that's why a lot of us feel very spammy, right? We don't want to be spammy because when you're coming at it from an energy of like, let's do shoes. Okay. So you come at it from an energy, of, hey, buy my shoes, right? They're awesome. You should buy them. You're going to love them. It can feel a little spammy. If you're coming at it from a place of, hey, it's prom season and you don't know, hey, it's wedding season, let's say, and you don't know what shoes that you can wear all night, even on the dance floor, that are still going to be super comfortable. Well, let me tell you about these shoes that, and blah, 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 blah. I have a client who just wore them to her daughter's wedding, blah, blah, blah. So now you're coming at the marketing from a very specific need. So I'm here right now. I'm about to go to a wedding and I don't know what shoes I can wear that I'm going to be able to wear all night. And I don't want to be one of those people who takes my shoes off on the dance floor. I'm one of those people. I hate taking my shoes off on the dance floor. Like I'm not even weird about about not having shoes on, but I'm worried my toes are going to get stepped on. As a wedding photographer years ago, I had my toes stepped on so many freaking times. So So you want to understand where they are now, right? And where do they want to be in very specific kinds of ways. And I apologize that this slide got a little jacked up. I'll fix it. All right. So now what you want to do is you first want to start thinking about where are your clients now? And here's some prompts that you can use to help you think through this. So the first is, what are they struggling with, right? What are they feeling bad about? Sometimes, we think like, well, I don't know what they're feeling bad about. Like they just need, let's think about a dentist, right? I don't know what they're feeling bad about. They just need to like have good oral hygiene, right? They just need to go to the dentist. They know they need to go to the dentist. Well, they might not, right? What are they feeling bad about? You might want to, if you're, let's say, a dentist, come at it from a place of, okay, so what are they feeling bad about? Well, they're feeling bad about their teeth being yellow. They're feeling bad about, having those crooked teeth that they've never got, that they weren't able to get fixed when they were younger. They're feeling bad about being in pain when they eat something that's, something that's hard, right? So coming at it from that perspective is going to be much more engaging to their audience when they start writing content. So what are they feeling frustrated about, right? My clients feel frustrated by their marketing, right? They are frustrated that they don't know exactly what to do to grow their businesses, right? They kind of know, but how does that actually translate into day-to-day activities, right? And so that's why I work with people one-on-one, because they're frustrated about their marketing. They want to grow their businesses, but they're not totally sure how. So that's where I start with my marketing. What's keeping them up at night? What is not having your product making them feel? This is something that, again, we often forget in our marketing, because the most powerful marketing is about feelings, right? Think about a lot of like car commercials. We don't watch a lot of commercials anymore unless it's on YouTube, but think about a car commercial, right? Where they're riding. Let's talk about a Jeep, right? They're riding over these mountains, and their hair's blowing in the wind, and they're out there fishing, and right. It's all about creating that feeling of independence, of being able to conquer anything, right? They'll put in a tagline like "conquer any mountain," right? It's all about the feeling that it creates, right? So what's the feeling that they want to have that they don't have now because they don't have your product? And really looking for those feeling words will do a ton in your content to get people to really engage with you. Okay, so now that you've gotten their challenges, right? Where are they now? Then in another column, you're going to want to put, where do they want to be, right? How do they want to feel? What's their ideal state of existence? And how will they feel after they buy your product? You have to understand this and spend time on this exercise. And if you're not totally sure, give me a holler. This is what I do with folks all day long is, how do they want to feel? You can also just ask your clients, right? Like, what are you struggling with right now? How does that make you feel, and how do you want to feel? Great businesses provide value. Why doesn't that make sense? Anyway, I don't know why this slide doesn't make, I don't think this is the words that are supposed to be here, but you get the idea. The grammar is terrible, but great businesses provide valuable products, right? That take their clients to the next level, right? Your products, the only reason you're in business is because you do this. You take people from where they are now to where they want to be. And if you're not doing that, then you don't have a business, right? That's exactly what your products need to do. And marketing is all about your products as well. It's all about this thinking about who's my ideal client, where are they now, where do they want to be, and how do I create products that fit them? Now, some of you can't create your own products, right? You're selling something that someone else created, but that doesn't mean you can't think through, where are they now and where do they want to be? And how does your product fit into that, right? So now you want to think about how does your product solve those needs? So what do you need to offer to most efficiently and effectively get them to their ideal state? So let's go back to that example of shoes, right? So your challenge where you are now is, it's wedding season. You want shoes that you can wear the whole time, right? All through the wedding, including on the dance floor, right? Your ideal future state is wearing a fabulous pair of shoes that go perfectly with your outfit, right? That are comfortable all night long. Now, what you could do is, let's say you sell shoes, you could say, here is our wedding, summer wedding collection or wedding season collection of shoes that are designed to take you from, a ceremony to dance floor pain free. Right? That's a great example of how to market that product, as opposed to saying like, look at these awesome shoes, you should totally buy them, right? Because that's where we feel spammy. You want to come at it from a place of, here's how my products solve a problem that you have. So does your current product line do that, right? How do I change my products to more quickly get my clients to their ideal state? Or often it's not about your product, but how do I change the way I talk about my product to tell them that it's going to get them to their ideal state faster? And the best way to do that, and we're going to talk about this in a minute, is share the challenge with them, share the solution, and then share how they can get it, right? How they can purchase from you. Okay, so here is a format that you guys can use to think through these types of things. So I've got an example in here, and I'm going to walk you through exactly how this works. So if you do this, I promise you'll never run out of content. All right, so the pain point, where are they now? So what's the issue? And I like to break this out into what's the issue and what's the emotion. So what's the issue? Let's say it's maintaining your weight over the holidays, right? Or over, after you dieted in January and now it's February, how to maintain your weight, right? And what's the emotion there, right? Really understanding that, again, as we've said, is key. You're scared of failure, fear of returning to emotions that led to overeating, right? Maybe it's trauma or self-worth, scared of judgment from others. So that's where they are now. Where do they want to be? They want to feel secure that they have an action plan. They want to feel confident in who they are now. They want to be filled with positive self-worth. They want to be unafraid because they know there will be healthy choices. They want to be confident that they can say no to foods they can't eat. One of the things that is often a challenging shift for some people is really getting into the head of their clients and into the emotion of where their clients are, but it's real essential. And you'll see that here. So now we think, okay, so now we know where they were, right? Where they are, where they want to be. So let's create some content topics that are based on that, right? So a couple content topics can be things like your 5-step action plan to eating healthy at another person's home, right? That's a big challenge when you're trying to lose weight, but you have to go to somebody else's house for the holidays or, whatever. Mantras for self-worth to prepare you for holiday family time. 3, write down 3 of your weight loss accomplishments, right? Back to that idea of how do they feel, kind of solidified in where they are now. Yummy low-calorie foods that everyone at Christmas will want. And here's another one, 5 scripts for saying no to relatives offering you high-calorie foods. So those are great examples of here's where they are now, here's what they struggle with, and how you can give them advice on how to get over that, right? And now you want to do a call to action, right? Or a call to engage. And that could be a couple different things, right? So it can be, my favorite low calorie recipes for the holidays. That's a fantastic freebie that you could give away. Let's say if this was you, if you were a weight loss coach in this example, that's a great freebie. Now you get to collect their emails and then you can start following up with them on email, right? You can offer them more tips, more advice, right? And kind of nurture that relationship until they're maybe ready to buy from you. We'll talk about email on a whole other day. That's a topic for multiple days of trainings. The other thing you could do is something that's paid, right? My step-by-step guide to losing 20 pounds in 90 days, right? It could be your signature program, right? Or you could even, if you don't want to do something that's a freebie or something that's paid because you're getting a little spammy, I try to be real careful about how often I'm saying like, hey, buy my stuff. And so you might want to say something like, what are your tips for, keeping the weight off over the holidays, right? Just giving people an opportunity to engage with you, especially on social media. Social media is designed to be social. So you want that back and forth with people, right? So you want to ask them a question, you want to have them writing back, you want to write back. That's when you can get social media really working for you. I hope this makes sense. Think about this, right? Go ahead and take a screenshot or write these down and go ahead and look at these and say, okay, for each of these, how does that work? And again, if you need a hand, especially when it comes to content topics, sometimes people know exactly where their clients are and where they want to be, but they're not sure on how to make that into content topics. That's my superpower. So I would love to work with you, help you to create that content, get it all ready for you so that you can post it on social media or email or whatever. So now that you've done that, I want to give you a little brief overview of how I write really killer posts. So this can be used for posts. This can be used for blogs. This can be used for articles. This can be used for email marketing, whatever. But now that you understand kind of the psychology of how the best marketing takes people on a journey from where they are now to where they want to be. What I've done now is I've created this special formula of exactly how to translate that into what you actually write, right? Into your actual caption, your actual content. And I did a training on this a few weeks ago, so I'm not going to go through it, but you can head over to my YouTube channel or to my webpage, which is DiDi.marketing, and look for the training that goes into each of these in depth. But I wanted to give you just a little primer right now because these two topics tie in nicely. So the first one is you want to state your customer's problem, and like literally in the email, or in the email or in the post or in the blog, you want to say, hey, are you struggling with this? Then you want to show empathy, because nobody wants to be told they have a problem, right? Nobody wants to be told they have a challenge. And even if you hit them right between the eyes with a challenge that they know they have, it often leaves them feeling a little vulnerable. And you want to use this as an opportunity to create trust and to create relationship with your potential clients. So you want to show some empathy. So you want to say, hey, are you struggling with this? I get it, right? And in my other course, you can go check that out. You can learn exactly like the different ways to do this. 3, how does your product solve their problem and gets them to their ideal state? And we've gave some examples of that earlier in our content ideas. Then you want to either ask for engagement or ask for the sale. We kind of showed you some examples of that a few minutes ago. Again, more training on that available on my website or on my YouTube channel. Check that out. And if you want to talk about this some more, I would love to work with you. This is what I do all day long. I work with amazing entrepreneurs just like you who are done taking all the classes and trying to figure it out on their own, but aren't ready to really like spend a ton of money. It's hiring a good agency. I was with a group of agency owners yesterday, and they're all $5,000 minimum, right? All the way up to, 10 grand to do PR. It's a lot of money to have somebody really take over your marketing for you. So if you want to keep kind of DIYing it, but you want to focus on exactly what's good, or you have maybe one person on your team who can really help you with your marketing, working with me is ideal. Having a marketing mentor who can kind of put that plan together for you and help you figure out what those next steps are, walk alongside you, create content for you, or really with you, so that you have things that you are ready to just post. That's exactly what I do with my clients. I'd love to work with you. I'll give you a complete plan, right? We'll develop together based on your knowledge of your customers and my knowledge of marketing. I'll give you a simple list of DIY activities you can do on an ongoing daily basis. And then I'll be with you every step along the way, whether it's to create content, to help you write emails, whatever it is you need. So more information on that over on my website, DiDi.marketing, DiDi.marketing. And as I mentioned, I do these free trainings every single Thursday. So if there is a topic that you're interested in, put it in the comments below or send me a direct message. I would love your feedback. I want to make sure that these trainings are super valuable for everyone who listens. And I hope you found this one incredibly valuable, and have a fantastic day. Mwah. Bye.